Back again with another music video reaction. My name is Josh. Thanks for checking out the channel. And if you click the thumbnail, you're probably here to check out some Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald is an artist I was told to check out a little while ago, and it's taken me a while to get to it just because I've had so many recommendations. But once I actually got to his first video, I've been hooked. Hook, line, and sinker with Tom McDonald. Like, it was one of those things where originally I was like, I don't know if I really want to react to somebody that I've heard nothing but controversial things about. And then I actually watched one and was like, what the crap is going on? There's a lot of stuff going on is what I'm getting at and what he's getting at in a lot of his songs and what he's talking about, the context of that, and I've absolutely loved it. I love it when he does have a lot of more of the system and the political takes and things, but he also has, I've experienced some of his other songs that are a little bit more on the lighter side, and you know, they're about his relationship or with his family, and it's been very, very pleasant to see the diversity in his actual songs. But we're getting back to some of the more, perhaps, conspiracy-esque ones, I'm assuming, or maybe just straight-up fact-telling ones, and that's going to be fake woke. I have a feeling I know what this is going to be about, but not exactly, so I'm very excited to hear this, actually. All right, let's get it.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name, when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Noah Rockefeller bringing in the video. Okay, so there's so many important things that were said in there, and again, I know he's saying things that there's a large majority of the people that do think and maybe even try and express in some extent, but it's also not worth it, because if you express it, then it's just you're hated on, which is exactly what he says in the song. It's like you can't express feelings other than exactly what's being told that you should do. I mean, there were so many things he touched on here which were so important and so factual. I mean, this was a couple of years ago, and probably even at the time it was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying this. And then now it's been proven to be true for the most part of everything I think I've heard him say. I really dug one of the lines in the chorus there, and it was, truth doesn't know feelings, or truth doesn't care about feelings, something to that. And I really, really appreciate that, because it just seems like truth and science and those types of things, they're just thrown out the windows if it offends somebody or somebody doesn't like it, which is literally where we're going with society. I will say the saving grace to me, and hopefully just to maybe keep myself having some semblance of hope, is it does seem like there's a larger and growing majority of people that are recognizing things. So if it's recognizing that all the extremes of everything, or that we're, if we're being focused on this, or if we're being forced to do this, or, this is really what's better for everybody, starting to take a step back and be like, okay, well, why? And is this actually good for people, or is this going to send the society into a spiral? What's going on here? And what's the purpose of that? And it literally, I do think that more people are waking up to that, and hopefully, and I think Tom McDonald's a big part of that, as well as there's a good cluster of people out there that are trying to, send good information and at least let people think for themselves, or tell them to think for themselves, even if it's not exactly what, they're preaching or what they're saying. You don't have to agree with it, as long as you know that you can have a difference of opinion. That's the important thing, and you can have civil conversations about it. You don't have to just start yelling at each other, and there's just so many weird things going on with our society, but I actually find this very hopeful, because somebody hitting the nail on the head with a hammer of kind of precisely what's kind of wrong. Are there more things going on? Absolutely, but it's got other songs for that. But this one, pretty spot on, and it's still applicable today. This was 2 years ago. I'm not going to get fired up, but I think it's absolutely the kind of music and the kind of message that we need. I mean, the actual sound of the song, too, was really good. I like the chorus. There's a good hook on there. But for me, it's really about the message that's coming there. It's just so important to have this stuff go out there. So let me know some more to check out along these same lines. Loved all the stuff that I've reacted to from Tom McDonald so far. So don't hesitate to send it my way. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Go to that subscribe button if you would. That'd be fantastic. And as always, you're awesome. Peace out.